This video will show you how to access SUNY Broome computers remotely and use the software on those computers to complete your laboratory exercises. We have two softwares that we've been using in the physics labs for Physics 090 and 118, and those one is the tracker software and the other is this program called KET, which allows you to run applications, lab applications online. This software has been installed. All of the computers in CAM 212 have tracker, and all of the computers soon in CAM 209 will have the KET software. There's a computer that has all the software currently, which is CAM CM 212-1802-1895. We'll refer to that. Later on. That number later on. So the first step is to log into the Citrix server. The directions are given at this URL, which you can type in or find online. It's basically just www.sunybroome.edu/its/apps-remote-access. If you go to that, it'll give you instructions, but actually it's very easy. If you just open up a new tab in Chrome, you can type in this URL, apps.sunybroome.edu. When you go to that site, you have to sometimes install a client first for the Citrix server, but once that's done, you can literally just type in your SUNY Broome username and password and click login. Now this is a remote access that lets you run any of these software programs you like. I made another video where I showed people how you could access Excel and use it from this area. In this case, though, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to open up Chrome, and when we open up the Chrome program, it should open up in just a second. And I've got two screens, so once it's open, I'll be moving it over to this screen. So this looks like any other Chrome window, but believe it or not, it's not on my computer. This is on the computer mainframe at our college. The next step is to paste a particular URL in, and I think I have it here. It's in the instructions that I showed you below. I can find those instructions just to show you how that works. In the email that I sent, that I'll send to you again with this video, there's a list of instructions, and it's at www.sunybroome.edu/its/campus desktop remote access for students. I can send you that URL so you don't have to type it in. When you go to that URL, you'll find a list of instructions it's exactly what I'm doing, and you can follow those instructions. And inside those instructions, you'll find this URL, which is impossible to type in, but you can find it in those instructions. And when I hit enter, this is going to take me to a list. Now, this is a list of all of the campus computers that we can log into from home. And they're mostly I think they're all in the Calise building, but there's one down at the very bottom, which is the one that I think we want to use for this exercise, which is CM 212-1802-1895. Now, to use the tracker software, we could use any of the CM12 computers, any that are available. And this is a list of the available computers. So I'm going to go to that very bottom one and hit connect. Now, you'll notice it didn't connect when I clicked it. It downloaded a little piece of software to the download area, and that's at the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to now click on that, and it's going to open up a new screen. And see if I can make that work. It opened up a little warning thing that I have to approve, say connect. And again, I have two screens, so I'm going to drag everything so you can see it. Then I have to put my password in again. Let me see if I can get that right. I'm going to say remember me, although I don't know if it'll really work. Now it gives me a second warning, which I'll drag to this screen, and I'll say yes again. Now it's actually logging me in, and it's showing up on the other screen. So I'm going to try to drag this over when I can as well to this screen. There we go. And look, I'm logging in right now. Miraculously, I'm logging into a computer on the SUNY Broome campus. It takes a while, so you can think about everything I've said and maybe click some of the links that I gave you. Basically, let me review. So far, what we've done is we've logged into the SUNY Broome Citrix server. We've opened up Chrome. We've pasted in a URL that brought us to a list of campus computers. And then we clicked connect on one, clicked the download attachment, and it brought us to this screen. This is the computer in CAM 212. Now that we're at this computer, we could use any software on this computer. It has a lot of sophisticated CAD software, SolidWorks, and some other things, and some AutoCAD. But it also has a couple of software pieces that we want to use. I'll do the simple one first. I'll show you how it works. First, if I type in KET, should pull up a list of all the CAT software applications. And let's see what happens here. It looks like, let's see if I can find them. Oh, no luck so far. Let me try again. KET. I see that it has a buoyancy application. I don't know if it has the dynamics application. Let me type that in and see what happens. It does. Okay, so for some reason now it shows up. Dynamics, that's the one we're using first. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to say open, and agree. And here it is. Here is the lab software that we need for the laboratory class. This cart moves, the cart sways back and forth, and we're able to use this just like it was installed on your machine at home. Except the nice thing is that we're using a powerful machine on the SUNY Broome campus, and the software is already installed for you. So you can just run it from here if you're having trouble on your own machine. So that's one thing that we can do. And the software, we could go through an exercise about this, but I think the lab is relatively easy to follow. If you need any help, though, you can get a hold of me anytime. My cell phone is in the signature file of my email, and I'll be glad to help you one-on-one. Or I can create another video if people are really stuck on how to use this software. But there are some other videos online as well. So I'm going to close this down. We'll be using this for next week's lab as well, I believe, a different application. Now I'm going to open another software. I'm going to show you how to use the tracker software. Now, if you remember to use the tracker software, we're analyzing a video. So because the video isn't on this remote machine, the first step, now that we're on the remote machine, is I'm going to open up Chrome, and I'm going to log into my email. So I'm going to type in gmail.com. And it seems a little bit long, but it's not hard. Once I type in Gmail, and now again, this is not Chrome on my machine, this is Chrome on the remote computer. We already opened up Chrome on the Citrix server, but this is actually the computer in Lab 1 and Lab CAM 212. And I'm going to type in my email address at SUNY Broome. You can do this with any email you like. I'm going to use my college email. I'm going to say next. Now I'll type in my password. I did that right. And now what I did, and this is what you can do as well, is I sent actually an email to myself that's marked video. Let me see if I can, oh, there it is right there, video. So what I did is I sent an email to myself marked video. I'm going to click on that video. Oh, by the way, I'll just say save password since this is in my name. You can do that. And now what I'm going to do is it says couldn't preview it. You want to download the video. So I'm going to say download. Now, where do you think that would go? It's on the menu here, that's actually going to be stored in the downloads folder. So now I'm going to go get out of Chrome, just minimize it. Again, this is not my desktop. This is the remote desktop in Calise 212. And now I'm going to go to the menu and type in Tracker. There it is right there. There's the Tracker software. Now, some people had trouble using this on their own computer. So I'm going to show you how to use it here. And then if you're having trouble on your own computer, you can go through this whole process to get everything in here. So what I'm going to do is the first step of the Tracker software is to load the video. So I'm going to say Open File, and I'm going to go to the Downloads area, which I think is up here somewhere. Downloads. There's the video I just sent. I just sent that video. I just brought it. I just took my email and I downloaded the attachment. And now I found the attachment, and I'm going to say Open. This is a demo video that comes with Tracker. It's telling me there's some sort of error about the accuracy. I don't really care. It's going to be very good. It's whatever video you bring in will work fine in this program. So I'm going to say OK. I'm going to blow this up so it's nice and big. Then I'm going to show you how to use Tracker, because the instructions are not the simplest. You have to watch the video many times. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, where's the thing called Calibrate? Let's see. Is it Create? Nope. There it is right there. New calibration stick. Now, this is a little tricky. I'm going to go, I know it's 1 meter. From there down to there is 1 meter. So I'm going to put my calibration stick here. Now, the way this works is you hold down the Shift key, and then you click. And then you let go of everything. Go to the other end where you want to put the thing. Hold down the Shift key, and click again. And there's my calibration stick. What I'm going to do is take the number that's in there, see if I can wipe that number out, and type in 1 space M, 1 meter. And I'm done. Now I can hide that. I don't remember how to hide the calibration stick, but let me just go back to here. I don't know, stick A. Oh, I just clicked on it and it went away. I could probably bring it back if I wanted to, but I'm all set. I'm going to call that 1 meter, which looks pretty close, plenty close enough. And then I'll just click on it again to get rid of it. So the machine now knows how long a meter is in my video. Now, in order to learn more about what's going on, I'm going to actually run the video and see what it says, see what it looks like. He throws the ball up and it drops it back down. Now, we only want to do an upward motion, so I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to run the video. Whoops, I got to get back to the beginning somehow. Drag the thing back to the beginning, and I'm going to see he threw it up right there. All I want is the falling. So let's see. Now there's a little button on this side, 1 frame at a time. Up, 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 up. Top starts to fall. So I don't know. I'm going to call that the top. It's close enough. And now what I'm going to do, when I found the top, this is kind of tricky. I'm just going to right-click right on the little cursor here and say set to my start slide. Now I'm going to go through this slide by slide. Here now it's falling. It's faster and faster. As you can see, as it falls, it speeds up. He watches it as it comes down, doesn't he? And that's probably the last one. Oh, that one's okay. I'll grab that last point. So I'm gonna right-click and say, let's make that our end frame. Now when I hit return, I'm at the start frame. And here's the fun part. I'm going to track the motion of the ball by creating a mass, a point mass. See that right there? Point mass. And then I'm going to go to where the ball is now. When I hold the Shift key down, I'll be able to click right on that ball. And then it fell a little bit. Click on it again. That fell a little more. Click on it again. It's getting blurry. I'm going to click on it again. I'm going to always go to the first blur. If I just have to choose a blur, I'll choose the first one. Camera has a little shutter time, so I'm going to choose the first place I see it show up. You could probably choose either one. Probably the most accurate would be something in between. I'm really not sure. But let's see how it works out when I choose the first one. Whatever you choose is going to be fine. It doesn't have to be perfectly accurate. So see, I'm holding the shift key down, and all I'm doing is I'm clicking exactly where it is for each frame. And it's the last one. And now that shows the way the ball fell. It didn't fall quite straight, but that doesn't matter. What matters is it fell. If you look over here, this shows the way that it fell, moved in the X direction. But what I'm going to do is click here, right on this X, and choose Y. That looks cool, doesn't it? This represents how high it was. This represents time. So as time moved along, it fell, and you can see as time moved on, a little bit delta t, it fell faster and faster as time went on. So that's a graph. Now to put that graph in your report, all you have to do is right-click on this and say copy image, and then you would just paste that right into your report, and you're done. Very simple. I'm going to choose another thing now, though. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to choose velocity. Now, the X direction isn't really what we're after, right? X would be this way. It really isn't moving in the X direction. What we care about is how much it's moving in the Y direction, up and down. So I'm going to choose how fast it's moving in the Y direction. Look how straight that line is. That looks like very good data. Better than when I did a practice run. So that's pretty good with the same video. So I've got that. Now what I'm going to do is right-click on this and choose Analyze. And that'll pop up a new window. And then I'm going to say, well, let's see what I can do with this. I'm going to click on the Analyze button, and I'm going to say Analyze a curve fit. And a curve fit, basically, and I'm going to curve fit this, make it a straight line curve fit. And we're going to see how the line fits. And it fits very well. And here's some important things. The equation is y equals at plus b. Now, it turns out that this equation is the same as velocity. And velocity of the y is equal to the acceleration times time plus a constant